Welcome to another video. A reminder that all of my videos are available on my YouTube channel, so please go and subscribe there, or on my Creative Media Production Google site. Okay, so this video is all about Premiere Pro, and in particular how to set up a new project. For some of you this might be a reminder, having not set up a project for some time, or for some of you this might be a brand new skill, setting up a project for the very first time. So, new project. The first thing I would do on this menu is give it a relevant name, perhaps the unit that you are working on, and then the name of your TV show, for example, or just your own name. But I would give it a relevant name. Don't leave it as Untitled or Untitled 7 or whatever. Okay. The location is where the project is going to be stored. You have a couple of options there. It may be stored to the desktop of the machine you're working on, if you want a local fast copy that isn't backed up, or you might choose to save it to the drive if you would like to have that backed up, accessible from anywhere, but reliant upon an internet connection. Okay, so press browse and you will be able to choose where you want that project to go. Okay. The next thing is mainly just to check that these settings are correct. So this Mercury playback engine is usually correct. There might be variations of that depending on the machine that you are on, but in terms of the setting, I would usually leave that as it is, unless you start to get issues, and then we might come back and troubleshoot that later. Video timecode is fine. Audio samples is fine. The only other thing to check on this menu is that the capture device is HDV, not DV, because we will always be working with high definition video. So once all that's done, you can press OK. And then you might dive straight into Premiere Pro in terms of the next thing that you will see. Depending on the version of Premiere Pro that you're working on, you might get a next menu which will ask you to choose your sequence. If you don't, and you go straight into Premiere Pro as mine has, then the next thing you need to do is choose a sequence. So either you're already on that menu, or you need to go to File, New, Sequence. So if the menu did pop up, this is the one that you would have seen. If it didn't, File, New Sequence is how to get to it. There are 1,000,001 different presets for any number of different video projects, depending on the end product that you are making. At the moment, it may well just be a relatively bog standard HD video project that you require, but perhaps in the future, maybe at university, maybe in the industry, maybe in your side projects, you may well be after a vertical preset. For example, if you are creating videos for social media, for Instagram stories or TikTok, for example, if you are creating a documentary for to be screened at a cinema, then you are going to need completely different presets, perhaps, to if you've been asked to create a mobile advert for a smartphone, for example. In the context of what you will usually do in education, in the classroom, at this stage in your video production career, if you go to the HDV preset, which is a subfolder somewhere along the bottom there, there are a number of presets within that preset folder which you can choose from as well. You usually can't go too wrong with HDV 720, 24, 25 or 30 frames a second. Okay, again, like the previous menu with the playback acceleration option, maybe go for 25, and if we get some problems we can come back and change it later. But again, you probably can't go too wrong with a video project which is HDV 720 frames a second, 720p and 25 frames a second. Okay, at this stage you can rename the sequence as well. I usually have a main sequence, and then I might have some sub sequences later on, which you can create at a later stage, and then you can press OK. And then those of you who didn't get met with Premiere Pro and its usual layout will see it now. Those of you who got this in the first place will be back to this stage now. Okay, and that's it. The rest of the layout in Premiere Pro I'm going to talk about in another video called My Preferred Layout, so you can have a look at that video next should you need to. But for now, you are in a position where you can start to import video. Okay, and again, I will do a second video on that. Okay, thanks for watching.